We all say we want a healthy relationship, communication, trust, respect. But then a fictional man threatens to burn down an entire empire just because we didn't look at him for 5 seconds, and suddenly, we're interested. Welcome back to Exhausted Penguin. Today we are ranking the top 10 walking red flags. These men don't need a girlfriend, they need a restraining order and extensive therapy. But the art is pretty, so we're going to ignore their crimes against humanity and recommend them anyway. Let's count down the men you should definitely run away from. Number 10. Heiner Voldemar from My Beloved Oppressor. We begin with a tragedy disguised as a romance. Heiner is the Revolutionary Army commander who approaches Annette, a noblewoman, purely for revenge. He marries her to destroy her family and brings her entire world crashing down. Even when Annette, broken and miserable, begs for a divorce, Heiner refuses. He forces her to stay by his side in a hell he created. This story isn't about a happy marriage. It explores a sticky, painful obsession born from the confusion between deep hatred and lingering love. Number 9. Eclise from Villains Are Destined to Die. At number 9 we have a story about a savior who becomes a shackle. Eclise begins as a slave knight, bought by the female lead Penelope. To her, he is just a character to capture for survival. To him, she is his entire world. But this devotion takes a dark turn. Realizing that Penelope intends to leave, Eclise betrays her trust to cut off her escape routes. It creates a suffocating dynamic where the loyal puppy bites the hand of his master just to keep her from walking away. Number 8. Dylan from I Tamed the Tyrant and Ran Away. Number 8 explores the consequences of raising a monster. The female lead, Charlize, actively grooms Prince Dylan to become a tyrant for her own revenge against the Empire. She teaches him how to be ruthless. The problem? She succeeds. Dylan becomes the perfect tyrant, but he directs all that twisted intensity toward her. When she tries to flee, he burns the world down to find her. It is a thrilling look at what happens when the student surpasses the teacher in the worst way possible. Number 7. Wilhelm from I Tamed My Ex-Husband's Mad Dog. This story plays with the concept of nature versus nurture. In the first timeline, Wilhelm was a mad dog who betrayed and killed the female lead. After regressing, she decides to tame him while he is young. In this life, Wilhelm grows up to be a submissive, loyal knight who begs for her affection. But the tension lies in his eyes. The mad dog is still in there. He suppresses his violent nature only because she tells him to. It's a fascinating watch to see a murderer acting like a puppy, waiting for the leash to snap. Number 6. Park Yoon-soo from Olgami Trapped. If you want tension, number 6 delivers it. This is a modern fantasy involving vampires. Yoon-soo catches the female lead witnessing his feeding, and instead of killing her, he blackmails her. The relationship starts with pure hatred and survival instincts. Yoon-soo enjoys playing with his food, manipulating her and threatening her life. But as the story progresses, that sadistic control morphs into a desperate obsession. It is a perfect enemies to lovers story where the enemy phase involves actual murder attempts. Number 5. Lesset from The Dragon's Proposal. It was just a contractual marriage. At number 5 we have a beast in a suit. Elisabetta enters a contract marriage with Lesset Christian to survive. On the surface he is a polite, stoic commander. However, he is a dragonkin fighting violent, possessive instincts. He tries to distance himself from her to keep her safe from his own desires, but he fails. The fear that he might lose control and devour her, metaphorically and literally, adds a layer of danger to every romantic interaction. Number 4. Reinhardt from I Fail to Oust the Villain. Number 4 flips the master-servant dynamic on its head. Valletta tries to distance herself from her slave, Reinhardt, knowing he will one day awaken as a crazy mage and kill everyone. She fails. Reinhardt awakens, kills the family but keeps Valletta alive. He calls her master and kisses her feet, yet he imprisons her and controls her every move. He is a character with zero morals and zero common sense, existing only to possess the one person who showed him kindness. Number 3. Raniero from My Evil Husband is obsessed with the wrong person. Number 3 introduces us to pure evil. Raniero is an emperor who kills people simply because he is bored. There is no tragic backstory here, he is just a psychopath. The female lead must constantly act and flatter him just to stay alive. The thrill of this manhwa comes from watching a man who cannot feel love become obsessed with the one toy that entertains him. It is high-stakes survival romance at its finest. Number 2. Siyun from Dreaming Freedom. Number 2 is the definition of a modern yandere. Siyun enters the story as a savior in the female lead's lucid dreams, helping her get revenge on bullies. But as the lines between dreams and reality blur, Siyun's helpfulness turns into isolation. He wants to be the only person in her world. He is sweet, handsome, and completely unhinged. If you want to see a man who smiles while sharpening a knife because you looked at another guy, this is the story for you. Number 1, Matthias von Herhard from Cry, or better yet, Beg. And finally, at number 1 we have the aristocratic psychopath. Duke Matthias has lived a life of perfection and control until he meets Layla, an orphan girl who loves birds. He doesn't understand why she bothers him, so he decides to break her. He shoots her birds, cuts off her freedom, and traps her in a golden cage just because he can't handle his own feelings. This isn't a story of sweet romance. It is a story of a powerful man realizing that the only way to keep a bird is to clip its wings. It is beautiful, frustrating, and undeniably toxic. So there you have it. 10 men who prove that red is apparently our favorite color. Did I miss your favorite walking red flag? Or are you currently hiding from one of them? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Exhausted Penguin. I'm going to go read something fluffy now to recover. See you next time.